Hi everyone! In this video I'm going to show you how I drew this lantern still life using colored pencils. I drew this on Rising Museum Mount Board 2-ply with Prismacolor, Polychromos, Caran d'Ache Luminance, Derwent Lightfast, and Holbein pencils. I used lots of the Polychromos and Prismacolor grays. I was using cool gray and French grays. I found that the combination between the cool and the French grays gave a really nice effect. When I was starting off, I was trying to be really careful to look at my reference image when I was choosing those grays to try to figure out the exact hue that I wanted, and by the end of this drawing, or toward the end of drawing this lantern, I was focused way more on value and found myself gravitating more toward just the 90% cool gray, and then on the other end of the spectrum going toward the 10% and 20% grays. Moving on to the main part of the lantern, I was just filling in all of this different detail. One of the things that I found was that it didn't matter that I followed my reference image perfectly. I just wanted to get some nice sharp detail in here. The blues that you can see through the window panes, that's just the background. So what you can see through the glass of the lantern. And then I have the yellows, that's butternut from Caran d'Ache Luminance, to create a glow that will be coming from the candle. And here, starting to work on the main part of the lantern. The candle was actually really easy to draw. It's the focal point of this entire drawing, but super easy. The flame is basically just burnished in white Prismacolor pencil. And you just work around that and it makes it look nice and bright. And here I'm starting to work on the main part of the background. You can see me loosely drawing in where I'm going to want some of the snowy branches, and then coming through and layering in lots of different blues. There's lots of Derwent Lightfast denim and dark indigo in this background. And then I've got some Polychromos Prussian and some Prismacolor and Danthrin blue. And I just worked around trying to create that really nice blurred effect. You're going to see me come through blending this out with solvent, which makes a dramatic difference on the background here. And you can see all the little snowflakes starting to pop up. I created that effect by burnishing the paper or pressing really hard with my white pencil before I came over with the blues. And then when I blended over with solvent, that solvent picked up the pigment that was on top of the white and created that effect. Really easy to do. And then I was just working back over with my white pencils and light blue pencils, and using my electric eraser to brighten up the snow, and then a little bit of the Posca paint pen to add some additional sparkle. Coming through on this bottom section, I worked on the rest of the background here with these tree limbs, again trying to create a really nice blurry effect. And then I'm going to come through and work on the snow. I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to accomplish the look of the snow until I got started. I've never really drawn snow before, but I just used my experience with other types of techniques that I've used in other kinds of drawings and figured it out. I started off by indenting the paper with the white pencil, just like I did on the upper portion of the background, and then I used an embossing tool to indent the paper and create lots of little divots to give it texture. Then I came through with some different purple colors and blue depending on what I was seeing in the reference image, and blended that out with the solvent, creating a shadow over here in the corner. You have to add some color in here to give it shape, otherwise it's just going to be white paper. And working back through, adding a little bit of ochre to create a glow, and then dragging some of the purple around with the solvent, and finishing up with some more Posca paint pen for sparkle. And here once again is the finished drawing. I have created a 7-part tutorial series for this drawing over on Patreon. So if you are interested in learning the specifics about how I drew this, you can check that out over there. Otherwise, I will see you with another video here on YouTube. Bye, everybody.